Assalamu alaikum, people. Let some people go and get up in here. I need to go get a new pedicure. I think she probably out and about, man. She ain't here today, bro. Let me look over there. She ain't here today. Let me see. I don't think she here today. Oh yeah. Nah, you got some other people up in there today. She probably in her place, man. It's a bunch of them, running around here, chilling out. You know, doing their thing. He said, "Whoa, girl, you like that, huh? You like that, huh, Frank? She'll wear your old ass out. You probably couldn't even do nothing with that old girl, that young girl, man. That young girl wear your ass out. You wouldn't know what to do. You probably had to go take all type of pills and vitamins and all type of stuff. Talking about what's going on. What's up, Mike Lowry? What's up, brother? Assalamu alaikum. You probably you probably got to do all type of stuff, man. You don't know what you're doing with no woman. So what's going on with you guys, man? How y'all day was, man? It's pretty hot out here today, man. It's nice out here today. I went and worked out this morning at that gym, did cardio and back. Then I went up there and did like 400 push-ups with 600. You know, man, Frank, Frank, you ain't gonna have nobody run around. Yeah. Then again, you black, so if you black, I can't underestimate that. Maybe because them other girls, them sisters, they can take it, man. But these other girls, they can't take it, bro, at all. And when I tell you they can't take it, you got to pin their ass down so so they won't run from you. You know. But 600 said next time you on his live, man, he said you need to call in, bro. He said you hiding behind a name. He said you ain't standing on business. He said you's an old, washed up Brian Hurst individual, bro. Cause I told him you was from Brian Hurst. Nah. Well, why you be putting all them rats up in his live? Then you tell me if you like him. He crazy. Yeah, that's my little buddy, man. That's my partner, man. He's somewhere running around here. He finna leave though. He's leaving tomorrow. You know, he going out of town for a few days. Y'all seen. I'm sure you guys will know where he at, cause he gonna post every day on what he doing, and things of that nature. You know how I go. You got a brother finna get in over there. See, right now, this crowd right here, it's like an older type crowd. See, this brother, he's older. They just get in there. Them brother's older. This dude, he got his girl. Dude's got his girl up in there. He with his girl. They over there drinking. This spot right here, bro. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's so laid back over here, bro. And all the people are cool, man. They real cool. Once they get to know you. But when you black like me, they be like, they don't see me a lot. So when like the new ones, when they move in, they'll start staring. 600 spots like see, I'm right here, and 600 is like the next, like the next complex over. Right over there by the Cheesecake Factory. That's where his spot at. My spot is not. My spot is. Both our spots is by the Cheesecake Factory, but my spot is it's newer than his spot. But the amenities is good everywhere out here though. But like I was saying, like when they don't get to know you, 600 got some. 600 got some. I don't know why people don't think since 600 ain't got no woman. I done met all his little girls, bro. You know, and he's a player. I got to give him to him like that. That's why I know he's from over there in that section, man, because he's a real live player. He's a player for sure. He just don't be posting. It's like it's like when you're a real dude, you're not gonna post your family and kids and your girls and stuff like that, man, because especially you on this internet and you in that space and dudes don't like you, man, they can target your family. You know how that shit go, man. So you gotta protect you gotta protect you gotta protect your homestead. And dudes don't understand that. Dudes be like, oh, he ain't got no woman, he gay. Man, why you worried about if he got a woman or not? He got a kid for sure. So dudes is crazy. It's like they don't understand. What's up, Joe Biden Jr.? Whoever you are, Joe Biden, Joe Biden Jr. You from the Democrat Party? That's what set you from the Democrat Party? Yeah, Frank, we want to know who you are, bro, because we don't want you to get in no trouble, man. We know that a lot of you guys come out here. Nah, this is the homie. You Joe Biden Jr., but you the homie. How old are you, Joe Biden Jr.? You a youngster? No, I didn't vote for nobody, bro. I don't believe. You see, one thing I know about politics, bro. Um, in California, it don't matter if you vote or not in California because it's a Democratic state, and California gonna always be Democrat. So you be wasting your time in California trying to vote for that stuff, bro. You never. I don't care unless if they're gonna turn the whole state around. But now I'm gonna keep it real, man. Trump, he putting money in my pocket for sure. Everything he's doing, everything that's being transpired right now, I'm eating off that, and I don't have a problem with that. You know, because us blacks, we've been through the rigmarole already, so it's somebody else's time to go through the rigmarole. They already. It's like, I know like 7 or 8 Asian women, bro. Um, they can't even go to work no more because they took they work permit away, and they didn't even inform them that they took their work permit away. Man, you don't see because you're not in my works field, bro. That's why you don't see it. I see it because of the particular type of work I do. It's more opportunity, it's more money for me. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. So, that's how. But they went to work, and the people told them they can't even go to work no more because they took the work visas away, and they contacted the government contacted all the companies that hired them people and told them they can't work no more. I do construction, bro, and one of the girls went to get her. Okay, all right, Frank Wells. The stuff in the Middle East, I think that's over with, bro. I don't even think they're gonna push the envelope on that no more. I think it's a ceasefire right now, right? You got to understand, man. Over there on the Middle East, they be flexing and posturing a lot, and they really don't be wanting no funk with each other like that, man. So it's all about the money. So if somebody come up in there with a peace agreement behind the scenes, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna stop this, we're gonna stop that. That's what it is because you're not hearing about it anymore. Because if it was a full-fledged war, they'd be still going right now, you know. So, it's always about something. You really want a black person in office. Wasn't your boy Obama black, bro? Didn't you vote for Obama? When he went up in there, man, and he came up in there, man, and gave all them people them gay rights. Remember that? Remember the last black, so-called black individual went up in there, man, and told us, man, we got to upheld the rights of the LBG, whatever that shit is, community. You don't remember that, bro? When he was pushing for that, that was the last African that was up in there. He say he's black. I don't know. You from 10th Avenue, Joe Biden Jr.? Okay, what part of 10th Avenue, bro? Is you off my side or the other side? He said, you looking for any kind of job, huh, bro? You from California, bro? No, I'm not homophobic, bro. I have a lot of clients, man, that's homosexual, bro, so I'm not homophobic at all, bro. So they stay in their lane, I stay in my lane. But when I look at the politics, what the president does, I understand what they agenda and what they was pushing. And Obama was pushing that gay agenda. Bro, the dark side, bro, I don't understand that, bro. Are you from 10th Avenue Park where 63rd, from Hyde Park to 60th? Are you part of that side over there, or are you on the other side? Over there by Florence? If you mess with my sister, you not no 37 years old. Gay agenda equal, waiting on equal rights is the modern society, regardless of sexuality. Well, dealing, they can stay in their lane, I'm gonna stay in my lane. But I just know what Obama, was pushing. I know what Obama was pushing, bro. So if Obama was pushing a particular type of agenda, that's what he was doing. He was pushing that agenda. He made the rights better for them at that particular time. And now what Trump has done, Trump has came up in there and took them rights. Y'all paying attention to that? Did y'all see that? He came in there and he stripped a lot of them rights away. Man, he was pushing for like the transgender, the operation of for the transgender. He was pushing where a person can, it doesn't matter what age they are, and all that stuff. They can have a surgery and all that type of stuff, bro. What's up, Mac 11? Get him up out of here, Henderson. Yeah, you come up here talking some shit, I'm gonna get you up out of here myself, bro. It's a lot of channels y'all can go up in there talking a whole lot of shit, bro. I don't care. Right, Eddie. He was pushing for a lot of right. That's what he was doing. Hey Mac, are you from California? Where you from, bro? Because I know you're not. I know you're hiding behind that name. So tell us about yourself, Mac. Get in the chat and tell us about yourself, bro. Because you think you have the truth. What is the truth? What is your truth? Some people truth be straight lies and propaganda. Matter of fact, how old are you, Mac 100? How old are you? Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you about this YouTube, bro. Dudes be having these fake pages, and sometimes they be hiding behind whatever name in these fake pages. they can't really reveal themselves, man, because a lot of these dudes, they are followers, they boys, and if they be socialized or dealing with certain individuals, they'll get in trouble, bro. You know, they'll get a whooping, they'll get disciplined. They all type of stuff will be going on. What are you talking about, bro? You can be handsome with weight loss. What are you talking about, bro? Dude, I weigh 250. What are you talking about? Are you talking to me? Oh, I was on the pipe, nigga. I ain't never you. I was never on the pipe. And whoever told you that's a lie. I guarantee you can't tell. Only one person told somebody that shit, and that was Big U. Probably told some shit like that. Nigga. I ain't never told nobody I was no on no. I would never. Ain't none of them dudes tell you I was on no pipe. Period. I ain't never was on no damn pipe. Oh man, come on, Joe. By you, don't be on no. Don't be on no. Yeah, we timing out, man. If this dude, I think I know who this dude Mac is right here because this dude's a liar. You know, dude, I ain't never used no pipe. I bet you can't get not one rolling 60 in my area, bro. Tell you I was on no damn pipe, bro. Not one. Rose didn't say he was no cop, bro. That's a lie. You see, when you deal with life and when you dealing with these dudes, they try to assassinate your character. And if you got thin skin, it'll bother you. That shit don't bother me, man. Period. I don't care about none of that stuff, man. Sometimes, man, your lifestyle or what you do in life, and people sit back and they watch it, they get mad because how you living, or how you conduct yourself, or because your resume is basically better than their resume. No, that's not why I'm telling you that, bro. I know you lying. I ain't never used no pipe. I mean, you can't. I know for a fact, for a certainty, you can't get nobody. You probably got one dude when Big U started that damn rumor, try to put that out there, telling me I was on a pipe, nigga. Big U can't even tell you. I can't wait till he call me because he's gonna call me, and I'm gonna ask him about that for sure. He already sent word. I already sent my number in there. He gonna call me. So once he called me, I'm gonna ask him, did he tell the dudes that, and why he lie about that? Nah, I don't. I'm not. I ain't never. I can't speak on no bank robberies from no, because I wasn't into that, man. I was into something else. That wasn't my mo. Yeah, they hide behind people be hiding behind certain things because they be thinking they know people, but they really don't know nobody, you know. And it's a trip by how dudes are listen to certain individuals and they don't know you from nothing. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Nah, bro, you don't know me, bro. If you know me, you'll tell your real name. I bet you ain't even from the section. What's up, young Zay? What's going on, bro? Yeah, these dudes, they be trolls, man, and it's like they say they know you, but they really don't know you, bro. Because if you knew me, you knew I would. Who put me on? Ain't nobody put me on, dude. I didn't go through that. I didn't go through that. I didn't get put on. I don't know you, bro. I don't know nothing about you. If you knew me, you wouldn't. If you knew me, you wouldn't say I was on the pipe. Yeah, Big Fish. Yeah, he was up locked up with Big Fish. Yeah, that's the brother, man. He passed. Yeah, Big Fish from 10th Avenue too. Let me put you on Rock and Shay. Hey Frank, that's why I know he don't know me, bro. Yeah, I already know that. I already know that's sincere because if they knew me, they would never say they. If they knew me, they knew I was never no smoker. Me robbing somebody? Oh yeah, I used to do that a lot. I'd rob the shit out your ass in a heartbeat. Period. But me being a smoker, nah. Me being a smoker and me fucking over my homies or nothing like that, no. You know, nah, I don't fuck over my homies, man. I ain't never killed one. I ain't never did none of that shit. I don't get down like that. You know what though? You know what? It's like a lot of these dudes. You heard Tiny Draws was the bandit. I don't know, bro. I don't know Tiny Draws, bro. I don't know him. I know his mama. I don't know him. You saw I don't. If I don't know you, I don't speak on you at all. You know, I'm not gonna never speak on you. Bro. I'm from California, bro. I was born and raised in California. Now I might have an accent because my parents were from Alabama, but yeah, I know his mother, but I don't know him, bro. You know, so I can't say nothing about that brother. You know, so if I don't know you, I don't speak on you. I don't care if you still speaking bad about me. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna speak on you, man. So I don't know you, I don't know you. You know, you can hate on me from afar. I don't care. Maybe you get off like that. Santa Claus was a rider, bro. Santa Claus was with the business. Let me tell you something, man, about the Bloods, bro. The Bloods in my era, you had to be with the business because they was outnumbered tremendously, bro. You know, and if you came up out that era, man, still standing up and use a Blood, you deserve some kudos, man, because they used to catch the blues, bro, everywhere they went, man. But they still stayed down, man. You have a lot of Bloods, bro. Um, Bloods is everywhere, bro. You had a lot of Bloods, bro. I don't know who you are, bro, so I don't care. I'm not gonna ask nobody about you, Mac. I don't know who you are, bro. I'm not gonna ask nobody about you, bro. I don't know you. I don't know you at all. If I knew you, you said I know you already. So you said I know you, right? But I don't know who you are, bro. So we're gonna leave it at that. I don't know, bro. I'm just telling you, bro, that if you was a Blood in our era, bro, you was a down dude, bro. Do you know the shit they had to go through in that county? Them dudes still staying down. Do you know the shit they had to go through on the streets and they was still staying down, bro? Them dudes were some solid individuals, man. Just because you the Blood or a Crip or something like that, we forget that we all black and we still come from that same type of cloth. I don't know. I don't know, Frank, about the VNGs, bro, because we really didn't have no funk with them like that, bro. We wasn't focused on them brothers like that. Nah, the Bloods, they out here too. I don't know why them dudes did that, bro. That was just so disgusting, man. I don't know. It was just one dude in particular, man, that was from our section, man, was like that, and I couldn't stand that dude because we got into in with the Comptons in 4800 behind that dude, man. That dude put us all in jeopardy behind this shit, up in there raping dudes and shit like that, bro. That shit was just straight foul, man. I don't know why dudes be booty bandits like that, bro. That just disgusts me, man. I don't know why dudes do that, bro. Petey Wack put me on my pocket. I think Petey Wack ain't did shit to me, bro. You better go back and do your home. You better go back and do your research, bro. Everybody from the, that's why I know you don't know nothing about me. That's why I know you don't know nothing about the turf, bro, because that right there solidified that you don't know nothing. You're the outsider getting information from somebody that's a hater. He's not the brightest thing in the book, man. He's not the brightest thing in the book, man. But he did have a reputation over there. You know, he just wasn't sharp, man. Like, book wise. I don't know her, so how can I feel something about her? I don't know her, so I don't know who that woman is. Now her husband's a piece of shit. He's a rat for sure. Her husband just like the father. Her baby daddy just like the father. He been working since 2007, and I know this for a fact too. See, I have a lot of stuff in my house, in my archives. I just don't put it out there like that. It's called timing, and once the timing right, I'm gonna put it out there right like that. But I'm just waiting for a couple of things to come down the pipe because they finna come down the pipe, and we're gonna see then. I don't care what she called me. That because everybody else is calling me that because them dudes lie. She don't even know me. How she gonna call me a crackhead and she don't even know me? See, that's what I'm talking about. They don't know nothing about me. I'm responsible for your brother being paralyzed. Who is your brother? Yeah, let's talk about that. Who is your brother? Nah, they can't stand me, bro. You know why they can't? I'm gonna tell you why they can't stand me, bro. Because I'm not shackled behind their politics, behind their laws. I come from that era, man, but I wasn't scared of none of them dudes, bro. I'll lay a dude down just like they'll lay me down. So brother wasn't scared of none of that, man. And basically, you have to be on equal footing. $1989. I don't know. What about 1989, bro? What about 1989? You saying I was on the streets in 1989? Is that what you saying, Mac 100? You said I was in 19. I was on the streets in 1989. Let me see how far you're gonna go with this. You saying I was in there or 89 or 88? Which one is it, bro? 89 or 88? I'm gonna see how far you gonna go with this. I'm gonna see how far you gonna go with this, bro. You saying I was on the street 89, 88, and 89, right? Right, that's what I'm saying. Because he's lying, he making us see. That's what I'm saying. You guys gotta pay attention to these trolls. What trolls do is they seek information. They seek information and then they troll and they put out information out there and try to see if you're gonna bite on that information. Okay, you say 88 and 89, right? I just want to make sure you got the years right. I think you better go do some more information and find out where I was at in 88 and 89, bro. Nah, he's not no fed, man. He's not. Hey, bro, that dude ain't no fed, man. I got a feeling. I got a feeling that he's a minion. He don't know nothing. And once they daddy called me, I'm gonna show the world, man, that he don't rock with them dudes like that. 89, 88, 89. That's why, man, dudes is crazy. Oh yeah, Joe, but I'm gonna get you up out of here, man. I'm gonna get you up out of here, bro. So you being disrespectful to the brothers in the chat, man. I'm gonna remove you. I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Let me put your ass on timeout. Bye. You can get out of here. Beat it. It's one thing, man. You can come up in here, man. You can get on my bumper, man. But you can't start disrespecting them dudes, because you have dudes from that section up in here, man. You can't be sitting there disrespecting them dudes like that, bro. You know, and you ain't really saying who you really are. You faking like you from 10th Ave. You faking like you from the section. You faking like this, but you really from somewhere else. You know, if you man enough, to the point where you standing on you like that, like y'all always saying y'all like that, and y'all do this and y'all do that. You'll say who you are, but you guys don't really want. You guys ain't really not like that, because I'm gonna tell you like this: in 2025, don't nobody want to go to jail no more, bro. Nah, man, that's not what that is, though. If you lie, I'm gonna kick you out. If you telling the truth, brother, you can stay. But if you start lying, I'm gonna kick you out. Just like you said that I paralyzed your brother in 88 and 89, I want you to clarify what year was that I paralyzed your brother. I don't know where they from, bro. Because I know exactly where I was at 88 and 89. So let's open up that case and see what's out there. Matter of fact, Mac 100, you want to come and get in this pool with me, bro? Come on over here and get in this pool with me, man. You want to come on, get in this pool, skinny dip or something like that, man. Let's have a chat. Yeah. Tell them let's take a peep in that case, because I sure want to know. Just let me know with the case and the name, and I can tell you exactly where my black butt was at, for sure. I want Mac to come on. Come on, Mac. Come on out here, man. Get in this jacuzzi with me, brother. We could just have a full-blown conversation, man. We could sit out, chill out. I even feed you, man. I'll fix you whatever you want to be fed. I'll put it on the grill or whatever, how you want to get fed. I'll even go buy you something to eat, bro. Nah, bro. I'm not scared of no fade. I'm just not gonna play fair with you, bro. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not gonna play fair. See, one thing about fade, like I tell dudes, one thing about fades, either I'm gonna whoop you or you gonna whoop me, and then it's gonna go to the left. So that stuff is stupid, man. You in a lose-lose situation. This dude be talking about somebody want to fade, bro. I'm not doing that. I don't do fades, bro. I don't play fair, bro. And I'm being honest with you, bro. I don't play fair at all. I faded your in 04. Faded your grandmama back in 04. Yeah. If your grandmother was in the penitentiary in 04, man, that's when if your grandma was in the pen with me in 04, I probably did faded her back. But that's where I was at in 04. So if she was on the level 4 yard with me in 04, I faded her back. Bro, this is my section, bro. This is my section. This right here is my section, bro. Where I'm at right now, this is my section. When I was from 60s, bro, after I moved out 10th Avenue, I moved into a bougie type neighborhood, bro. So this is my section right here, man. You see my section right here, man. You see how peaceful it is. Everybody chilling out. Everybody cooking. I even smell weed around here. Somebody smoking. You know, people just chilling. You know, this is my section right here, bro. What's up, Big Ant? What's up, bro? Assalamu alaikum. I like that piece, man, that you did on that boy because I heard him say something about me too, man, and he was saying that I met him, he met me, he dissed the neighborhood, and then I ran and told my homie, man, I looked at that little dude, man. Man, come on, bro. Back then, man, I would have flat backed that boy so fast, man. His head would have been spinning, man, because ain't number 411. But that was a good piece, though, bro. I can't wait till Big U call me, though. If you think he ain't gonna call me, you got another thing coming. Yeah, I'm scary too, bro. I think that. Hey, you doing good over there, bro? Hey, man, you talked to Crazy D lately? Ant? Yeah, I do. OG Bam, he's crazy, man. I don't know. I didn't even respond to this brother, man, because I know it's just certain things you just can't respond to, man, because I'm not that type of dude. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on this jack right here, man, because I'm from the old school, man. If I can't get to you, man, I'm just not gonna say something. Yeah, bro, you ever get a chance, man, call 600, man, get my number and tell Crazy D my number is still the same. It ain't never changed. But if he don't have it no more, man, I need for him to get it. Yeah, I know Scatterbrain. It's nice out here. It's been nice out here all day. You know, we've been chilling, just having fun. Oh, that was me. What pen she was in? What pen your grandmother was in? I don't know what happened to Sandman. Brutal dry hot here in Oklahoma. Is it hot? Well, you trolls, boy. I'll be laughing, man. You sometimes y'all make a brother day, man, because y'all be sitting there talking some stupid stuff, man. The one I was in, huh? Well, what pen was that? What pen was I in '04, bro? Since you know all this information, since your grandmother was a trans, how your grandmother's a trans? No, I ain't running with no purple passion. What is purple passion? I don't know what that is. Man, I hope the algorithm didn't put my channel over there in a zesty type uh, gay atmosphere, man. I hope they didn't do that. You know. What's the deal, Edward? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see this channel. Oh, that's a fake. That's a fake page. That's a fake ant page. That's a fake page. This is a fake big ant page. That's crazy. After your generation, when it came out, squatting fought better than those new cats. Yeah, bro, that's all we was doing. We was fighting. This is a fake page, huh? This is a fake big ant page, bro. Boy, these dudes is crazy, man. This these. It's don't make this don't. Yeah, he don't run nothing. I'm gonna get him up out of here because he's just a liar. All right, it's somebody. This dude talking about Big Aunt Jeff. Yeah, that's not Aunt. What's up, bro? How you doing? All right. See that? That boy mama's bad. Y'all seen that boy mama? That boy mama like, whew. She just talks too much. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he would never said F. He would have never said F 600 for sure. Yeah, he went in on that brother, man. I don't know. I don't, the bro. I think, I'm not. I don't say nothing bad to the brother, man, because I know him. I know Bam. So I don't say nothing to the brother, man, because I know he just lost his wife, man. So he might be going through a few things, man. So you the man, dudes is probably just, going through whatever they're going through, bro. Back in the day, the prettiest women, you had to say like the PBGs, the Gear Gangs, all that deep West Side. They had a lot of bad girls over there because they was all going to any girl that was going to LA High. They had all them gangs had all the bad girls over there. LA High, Hollywood High, uh, and all that type of stuff. Gangsta Brown is cool too. Gangsta Brown was cool too. Yeah, Mansfield. Yeah, all them sets over there on that deep West Side. They had all them bad girls, bro. We used to just go over there and just hang out up at that joint. At Pacific Palisade, and you know, because the upbringing was different. Jason Brown used to chase y'all from Morris, man. That's crazy. No, the only time I got caught out of bounds, bro, was Monster ain't never marked me out, dude. Get up out of here, dude. Um, the only time I got caught out of bounds, bro, it was me, Lil Looney, Horse, and T-Bone. We got caught out of bounds. We got jumped. Nah, not back in the day. Nope. See, when back in my era, bro, you had to deal with what you had to deal with in your section, or you had like, or I used to go to Carson and deal with some girls out there. Okay. And see, you had to. We was just dealing with the women inside the section, and I was dealing with women inside Carson, man, because that's where I grew up when I was a kid and stuff like that. This dude said I got marked out by Monster. I bet can't none of them damn gangsters tell you that was there up in there with us. Not one. Now we're gonna get you up out of here. What's up, James? James? Nah, bro, I never heard of him. Lloyd Avery? No. You can get rid of him anytime you want to get rid of him. If he being disrespectful, get rid of him. I don't care. Carson had some baddies. Yeah, Carson had a lot of baddies, bro. I grew up out here. You know, they like see them dudes. They like drama. They like confrontation. They don't want to just chill and kick back and chill.
Benim adamım geliyor. Bence o yeşil fakat
Dudes,
yapamadı
you know, when
galiba.
they have channels, they like They
Nasıl?
like confrontation. They think confrontation sells. This
Evet,
is like
yapamamışlar.
this right here. I'm
Yenge
not with the
atmış olabilir
confrontation. I
mi?
don't care about none of that, man. I've been there, done that, man. When I was a kid, so that's just what that was. Yeah, I don't know who he was, bro. I was locked up, bro. You gotta understand, I was gone at that time, man. So it's a lot of them dudes I don't know, bro.
Bak bak.
You know, it's a lot of dudes, man. Like when I left, it was just only certain dudes. It was like a vacuum in our section where they came and got all the joints from over there, all the riders from over there. They came and got us all over there from over there. I remember the boys in the hood. I seen it inside the penitentiary. So I don't know who was, who. I just know. I think Lil K Dog brother played in that. And that was it. I don't know nobody else who played up in there. That was it. I don't know nobody else who was up in that movie. You know, like I said, man, when we left, it was like a vacuum. They took the majority of the brothers in that section that was somebody. They took all of us from out of there. Then a lot of busters just came around and started filling the role. Now to this day, when I came home, some dude told me, I ain't gonna say his name, man, but some dude pushed up on me, said, man, I know your big homeboy such and such. And I was like, huh? I was like, man, get up out of here, man. That dude couldn't even come around when I was around there like that. He was the guy with the gun in the back seat of the red car. He played with Lil Feet. Yeah, bro, but that's what I'm saying, though. I don't know him, but I've seen the movie, but I don't know him. So which one was the West Coast? Again, Tupac, man. Tupac, always gonna be Tupac. I don't know, Luther. I don't know. It depends on what age he was. So say for instance, like if guys are 50, 'cause I'm 58. If they 50 or younger, I might not know them. I might know a couple of them, like Rose and them, stuff like that. And dudes off 10th Avenue and dudes off Bryanhurst, dudes from the front and the Avenue. I may know some of them brothers, man, that was at that age. But if they younger than that, I don't know a lot of them young brothers like that. If they like 40 or 42, like 600 them age, I don't know a lot of them brothers, man, because I wasn't around when they was around. Nah, bro, I'm 58, man. I'm 58, bro. Navigating myself through life, you know. Um, I'm doing very well for myself. I'm doing real well right now. I can't even front, by the grace and mercy of the law, especially, with all the drama going on with the Hispanics, man. My crew and my guys, we taking full advantage of everything that's coming our way. We ain't turning nothing down but our collar. So that's how you start leveling up, man. But what I did was when I was in the streets, when I was younger, and I was out there running the street, I did buy a house out there in Texas where my daughter's at. She stays in that house to this very day, and the house only cost like 15, 20 racks, and we cashed that out back then. You know, I got a spot out here. See, a lot of dudes, man, when I came home, bro, I came home to assets. And the only brothers that really looked out for me when I really came home was the brothers out of Carson, California, the ones I grew up with. They the ones looked out for me. And my family already had everything in place for me when I came home. So I never struggled. And I've been out here in this area ever since I've been home. Sincere truth, but Lloyd was born in 69, not far. Was in the barrel. I don't think because remember until he was grown. He was born in 69. I should know him. But what blood group he was from? But Lloyd, where he was from? Oh, Black Pea Stone. You was from the jungles? Well, yeah, but I don't know him. But see, if like, I know Tone Stone. I know some of them brothers, man. I know his brother. Yeah, yeah. Hennessy got Mac up out of here. She don't like Mac. Mac, she know Mac is a liar. You know, she know Mac is on some bull crap. Mac is, you can tell Mac is a big U mean because Big U is the one that started that rumor, them lies about me trying to discredit, my name and stuff like that, bro. But it's a lot of stuff, man, that I can speak on, but I don't speak on. And like I said, I can blow shit about the water, but I just don't do it. So I just pick and choose what I speak on, especially dealing with my brother. I'm gonna speak on that wholeheartedly. I don't care what nobody say. Period. If I feel that you did something to me or my family, I'm gonna speak on that. You know, and he can come back in a different name. That's no problem. That's not an issue. I don't know how he got that reputation over there, bro. Because when I was coming up, there was no leader. Period. See, Draws was a part of our generation. So it was a lot of us, a lot of us out there acting a fool. Even the dudes who was younger than us was acting a fool. So it was like it was always a check and balance. But I truly believe that when Draws came home, Draws probably seen what I seen. Because when I came home, I think Draws came home in '04 or something like that. And I came home in like in '08. So it's like when I seen when I came home and I was analyzing the individuals that was around there, and I'm like, man, this dude, because I remember the dudes who they was before I left. But all of a sudden that these dudes, they was acting like they was some hell of a type dudes. So if from my recollection, I know Draws probably looked at them dudes as well, but like, man, get your buster ass out of here, man. You was a buster, you know. No, my brother in Delano, um, and he was like, man, it's just like, man, he was just dealing with a bunch of dudes, man, that was boys. He didn't have no check and balance around him. And then that's why I feel he got in trouble, man, because he didn't have no real solid individuals around him, man. Because a lot of stuff that we used to do out there in them streets, we used to run by each other, man. And then we'd be like, nah, bro, that ain't cool, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think he had that, he had a team like that around because everybody was over there kissing his ass, you know. Nah, bro, he wasn't the founder of that stuff over there, bro. He didn't come around to '84, bro. I remember the day he came around and who brought him around there. But like I said, you can't take nothing from him. Not back then. But once you get older and you get wiser, it's just a lot of stuff you tend not to do. When you're out here and navigating in these streets, you start getting comfortable. You feel that, a lot of that stuff don't warrant nothing. I thought the brother was, in a prime type, ideal type situation, man, what he had going on. And when I did finally get a chance to talk to him, man, it was like when me and him had that conversation, so we had a conversation, man, without a lot of dudes on the phone recording and all that old type of fake ass shit. Um, he was telling me some stuff where I knew he was being sincere about certain things. And I knew back then when he told me he was in trouble, I knew he was in trouble because he wouldn't lie to me about no shit like that because it was like, bro, he was like, bro, Ed, I'm in trouble, X, Y, and Z. But he only said he was in trouble dealing with the tax evasion and the misappropriation funds. All that other stuff, that stuff threw me, like I said, that stuff threw me for a loop. That shocked me because I was like, man, damn, man, But like I said, man, Allahu Adam, whatever goes on with the brother, man, like I said, man, I'm going to wait for the brother to call, and I'm going to chop it up with him. We're going to see what the hell is going on. I'm going to see what he's going to do and things of that nature. And it's not for everybody. If he don't want everybody to know about it, everybody's not going to know about it, bro. Because I used to holler at him. He used to holler at me, and dudes didn't even know about it. That's why I used to be laughing at dudes when they be sitting there talking certain shit. I be like, man, they don't even know, man, that this dude, I know this dude. I know this brother. He'll reach out when he want to reach out. You know, even when he was on the street, he'll reach out. And dudes didn't even know that. I sit there and just laugh at these dudes, because certain conversations, ain't meant for the internet. Everybody don't need to know what's going on. But I know who's telling on him. And I know who's telling on, yeah, Poochie. That's the brother. Mumpy. Lil Mump. Lil Mump brought Big U them around here. So a lot of things not for the internet, and a lot of things, man, that a lot of dudes, man, that was rocking with him when he was on the streets, they don't rock with him no more. And then, they'll try to reach out and call once them dudes be talking like crap about him, even though I don't rock with him, I don't function with him, whatever he got going on. I get them dudes off my phone because, man, how you just throwing the man up under the bus, man? You was just over here, kissing his ass, and now all of a sudden you can't trust dudes like that, man. And that's why a lot of brothers, man, walk away from that stuff. Are you ready to pitch him with Anthony? LeBron? Oh, Chili Capone, that was his cousin. Chili Capone was his cousin, not his brother. He said, "Let it be known." Nah, I didn't know. I didn't know Poochie from Mob. But Chili Capone is Benzo Jeff brother. Big U is the oldest boy, so he got little brothers. And you talking about Anthony Washington? Yeah, Anthony Washington, Anthony Whitman, and Maurice Herbert. I know all three of them. Anthony's still out here. Both of the Anthony's are still out here. I'll be talking to Whitman. I don't know where Maurice at. I ain't seen Maurice in like 34 years. Yeah, come on, man. You know I know Big Bob. Come on, who don't know Big Bob, man? I can call Big Bob right now, bro. You know I know Big Bob. Oh, Anthony used to be Lil Chili Capone. I never knew that. I used to call him Anthony Washington. Right, I never knew that. We just call him Anthony. Yeah, I know Big Bob, bro. I know a lot of them Harlems, man. Big Bob, Big H. A lot of them brothers, man. Crazy Keith. Well, that's good. If he have that, that's good, bro. I haven't seen him. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of them brothers, man, in 34 years, man, because I don't function over there like that no more. I don't go to their functions. I meet up with a few of them. They'll come see me. The ones I know, the ones I was in the pen with and stuff like that, man. But I don't put myself in that type of situation. He was in Alabama. What's up, Cimarron? What's up, bro?
Salla ayaklarını, ayaklarını salla, ayaklarını salla, 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 salla. Salla yoksa bakarsın.
What year I was in Calipatra? Well, I was in Calipatra when I first got there, so that was like in 1993 and 1994. I went to Lancaster in 1994, and then I went back in Calipatra, I think in 2000. Let me see, 2000? Where did I leave Calipatra? I stayed, the last time I went to Calipatra, I was on B Yard, and I was there for 10 years. So it had to be 2000, no, not 2000. It had to be 19, I think 1998 or, I mean 1990, I don't know, but it was, yeah, 1998, nope. I think 1998, no, 1996, 1998. I think I got there in 1997. Yeah, I got back to Calipatra in 1997. I did 10 years on B Yard. I was on B Yard for 10 years, bro. And then I went down to a lower level. I went to Donovan, and then I went to CMC, then I went home. Calipatra became one of the most deadliest prison, man, in the system when I was there. It was just too much going on, you know, because they had changed Folsom down to like lower levels. Now, I wasn't there when Lala was there. I heard he was in Calipatra. Lala came to CMC time I left, time I paroled. I think he came like a few months later after I paroled. I should talk to him on the phone. He out here though. I talked to him since he been home. He out here. What was the Compton Court take like? I don't know. We didn't go to Compton Court, bro. So I don't know. I don't know what the Compton Court tank was like. I just know it's like, I know when we all went to court, they all used to put us downstairs in a particular tank. It didn't matter if you was in 2123 or 2700. We all went to the same court. All the enemies, it didn't matter. We was all in the same court handcuffed. But on the way back from court, they would unhandcuff you and put you in tank 19. And sometimes, brother, if you would go in tank 19 and you go up in there and 5 or 6 of your enemies flock up in there after you, you subject to get your butt whooped up in there. You subject to get ran up in there. And this was later. This was in like 1980, 89 and stuff like that. 1988 and 1989. This is when all that was going there. You'll get ran inside tank 19, man. And if your enemies beat you in there first, you'll be wise enough not to go in there. You'll go in the tank next to that, because they had two tanks. So it's like, say for instance, like if a lot of 60s went to court and some gangsters go to court, and only a 1 or 2 gangsters go to court, they usually don't bump heads like that on the way back, man, because they wasn't in the same tank, and vice versa, because it would have been on like that, But sometimes you'll get caught up in there in that in tank 19, and if the other set is deep, they'll push up in there and they'll wear you out. They'll wear you out up in there, bro. So all that stuff, man, up in there, that stuff in the county jail, that stuff in the penitentiary, man. That's why I be tripping off how dudes glorified that stuff, man. And just like in my video I dropped today, man, it's like a lot of brothers, when I was growing up, bro, a lot of dudes really wanted to go to the pen, bro. Because they felt that was a part of being a real Negro, going to the pen. A part of being a stepping stone, like, yeah, man, we gonna go to the pen, when you go to the pen, you gonna do this, you gonna get swole, your reputation's gonna be this and all that, man, that shit is trash. I don't care what nobody say, man. If I would have known that, brother, back then, I would have never, ever, ever, ever tried to do no crime like that, man. And then the first time I would have got in trouble, I would have never got in trouble ever again in life. But that penitentiary, man, I don't think nobody in their right mind should be up in there, bro. They be thinking that shit is fun. That shit ain't fun. Especially now they giving out Buck Rogers dates, man. They serving these youngsters, man. These youngsters getting like 100 years, 200 years. You know, they getting life tops, they getting 3-4 lives and stuff like that, man. Ran consecutive. Man, they throwing a book at these kids now, bro. And then some point, while they doing their time, they're gonna reflect and they're gonna look back and they're gonna like, man, I should have never done that shit. Watch.
Zaten sana söylesene. Karadeniz'de dereye bırakırlar çocuğu. Tabii.
So do you guys go hiking? Do you guys go jet skiing? So what do you guys do for fun? You guys don't do nothing? Because it's finna be jet skiing season in a minute. It's finna be on. Brother gonna be on that water, be on that lake. For sure. Yeah, bro. You had dudes saying that when I was growing up, bro. A lot of them brothers in that crib model, they wanted to go to the pen, bro. I swear to God, man. They literally could, because I think, you know, we was brainwashed to the point to really believe that if you went to the pen, you was a hell of a Negro. When you go to the pen, that don't make you no hell of a Negro, man. All type of shit can happen to you up in the penitentiaries, man. You can be somewhere, man, everything will go bad for you. Only get in there. Yeah, don't be scared. Get in there. You know, so I don't know, man. I guess, you know, a lot of brothers' mental capacity be going to the left, so they think that you's a real Negro by going to the pen. But they don't understand, man, being a real Negro is being out here for your family, taking care of your family, raising your kids, being a provider, being a father, making sure your kids don't have to suffer like you had to suffer. That's being a real dude, man. You know. So it's like, you know, making sure that your other half, your spouse, don't have to, you know, struggle that much, man. You know, things of that nature. So that's what that be, man. You know. And you know what though, bro? It's like when I be listening to these dudes, man, on this internet, man, a lot of dudes try to play tough. If you was a joint in your neighborhood, you don't never have to play tough, bro. If you was a joint, you never have to play tough. You ain't got to tell nobody that you have this reach. You ain't never have to tell nobody to go, you better go ask somebody about me. Nah, bro, because they're gonna already know about you. You know, because your name is gonna ring. You know, your reputation precedes itself. And your resume gonna already be there. So when dudes be talking about, I'm like that, or you better go ask somebody about me, this dude talking about, he need this fade, and I need this and I need that, bro. That means you wasn't really no joint, bro, because you still trying to prove something to the people that you was a hell of a dude, and you shouldn't have to have nothing to prove. Yeah, they would say only the strong would survive, and man, you got weak dudes survive up in there. Them weak dudes, man, they would go in there and they'll see something that was going to the left, and they'll go to that PC yard, and they'll survive that, and they'll come right home. Only the strong survive. Man, that's a cliche, bro. Crazy, man. I'm telling you, man, dudes out of Odyssey, man, they dudes is crazy, bro. They on some bull crap, man. Right, bro. Right, Compton. That's what it is, bro. Right. Exactly. So, like I be telling, like a lot of brothers, man. If we know, if back then, if we knew the information that we know now back then, we never would have went to jail. We'd have been billionaires by now. We'd have cornered the market basically on everything like property, businesses. We'd have been stupid with it. You know, we would have took a different direction because the money was out there at our disposal. We just didn't know what to do with the money. We was going there buying brand new cars, buying watches. We was buying this, tricking our money off with these girls, these women. You know, we were just, you know, it was just stupid, man. We wasn't looking at the bigger picture. We wasn't looking at it long term. Where you had all these white boys or these other groups, man, they was thinking in long term. And that's why they right now today they don't have to work, they don't have to do shit. They just sit back and kicking back, man, and just living off their labor, brother, from back then. All right, man, I've been in here 71 minutes, man. I'm finna get out, move around. You guys have a good night. Assalamu alaikum.